Sarah, a 27-year-old from Brazil, had always struggled with English. She studied it in school, attended courses, and tried every app she could find. But despite all the learning tools and resources, whenever she was in a real-life conversation with a native speaker, she would freeze. Her mind went blank, and the words she had spent hours memorizing just wouldn't come out. It was as if she knew the language in her head but couldn't express it with her voice. One day, Sarah had an important job interview with a multinational company. It was her dream job, and she had prepared tirelessly. But when the interviewer switched to English, everything fell apart. Sarah struggled to express herself clearly, hesitated between sentences, and left the interview feeling defeated. She thought to herself, "I'm never going to be fluent. How can I ever communicate confidently in English?" That night, lying in bed, she made a decision. Something had to change. She set a clear goal for herself. Within a year, she would become fluent in English. Fast forward 1 year later, and Sarah is now leading meetings in English, giving presentations at work, and even making friends from all over the world with ease. The transformation was nothing short of remarkable. How did she do it? That's what this video is all about. Sharing Sarah's exact steps, tips, and tricks to fluency so you can follow her lead and improve your own English skills. Before we dive into Sarah's journey and the actionable tips she used to achieve fluency, be sure to hit that subscribe button and join our community at Speakwell Academy. We share real stories like this, along with proven strategies to help you become confident in your English skills. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you'll never miss a video that can help transform the way you speak and learn English. Setting a clear goal. The first key to Sarah's success was setting a clear and specific goal. Most people say, "I want to speak English fluently," but that's too vague. What does fluency mean to you? Do you want to hold conversations with native speakers? Do you want to pass an English exam or improve your professional communication skills? Sarah realized that having a specific goal is like having a roadmap. It shows you exactly where to go. Her goal was clear. In 1 year, I want to speak English confidently enough to hold conversations for at least 10 minutes with a native speaker, without hesitation. This gave her something to aim for, something tangible. She could measure her progress against this goal and adjust her strategy as needed. Tip number 1. Define your goal clearly. Whether it's acing a job interview, having casual conversations, or giving a presentation at work, knowing what you're working toward makes the process much easier. But Sarah didn't stop there. She broke down her goal into smaller, manageable milestones. She started by focusing on improving her listening skills for the first month. Then she worked on speaking simple sentences, followed by more complex conversations. This gradual approach made her feel less overwhelmed and gave her the motivation to keep going, even when things got tough. Tip number 2. Break your big goal into smaller tasks. You'll build confidence with each step, and those small wins will keep you motivated. Daily consistent practice. Sarah knew that in order to reach, she needed to practice consistently. Here's the trick. She didn't have hours every day to dedicate to studying English. Like many of us, she had a busy job, family commitments, and other responsibilities. So, instead of overwhelming herself with long study sessions, she made a pact with herself to practice for at least 30 every day. Some days, she only had 10 minutes. Other days, she had an hour. But the key was making sure she practiced every single day. Consistency is crucial when it comes to learning a language. You don't have to study for hours at a time, but you do need to immerse yourself in the language regularly. Sarah started integrating English in her daily routine. During her commute to work, she would listen to podcasts or audiobooks in English. When cooking or doing household chores, she'd play English language YouTube videos in the background. This way, even when she wasn't actively studying, her brain was constantly being exposed to the language. Tip number 3. Find small pockets in your day to practice. It could be during your commute, while exercising, or even while doing simple tasks at home. Frequently you expose to English, the more natural it will start to feel. Another important part of Sarah's strategy was the way she practiced. She didn't just stick to one method. She mixed it up. One day, she would focus on listening comprehension by watching an episode of her favorite English TV show. The next day, she would practice by repeating sentences